Welcome to the Infinite Show. I am within the infinite, and this is my show. In today's episode, we're doing what's called the one chord challenge. What that means is I can only use one chord and the notes within that one chord to make a full song. So I'm going to do something a little different in this video. I'm going to let you in on my thought process. I'm going to be talking while I do it to kind of show what I'm thinking about, what I'm doing, what I'm adding, things like that. So to start, I know I only have one chord, so I want to choose an interesting chord. For this, I'm going to use a minor 7th chord, and I'm going to show you what that sounds like. I always start with guitar because it is my main instrument. It's a rhythm instrument, so it kind of fits. It's a good instrument to start building a song with. So I'm going to use an A minor 7 chord. Sounds like that. Change that effect. Just regular. There we go. A bit of reverb on there. So that's the chord. If you want to play the A minor 7 chord, you're actually going to be on the 5th fret. If you have standard tuning, this is a D standard, so it's going to be on the 7th. But you'll be on the 5th fret with a standard tuning guitar. You're going to bar the entire fret. It's going to sound like that. You're going to bar the entire fret, and then you're going to take just your ring finger. You're going to put the next string down. For you is going to be an A. And you're just going to put that finger right there. And that's it. So we're going to use an A minor 7. I already know that's going to be the bass of the song because that's my lowest note. So I'm going to be chugging on that to carry the bass of this song. And then I'm going to find an interesting strum pattern and an interesting rhythm to make the song interesting enough to carry, for one chord to carry the song. So it's going to sound something like... Yeah, that sounds good. So let's go ahead and put that on loop. Next, I'm going to work on the drums. So that's a really simple sound. So I'm going to make sure that the drums are really simple too, so it fits. So I'm going to be on the hi-hat first, and I'm going to do something like a... That's going to be the backbone of the rhythm. Okay, cool. So, I have an idea of what I want for the drums. So what I'm going to do... So what I just did there is I just created an empty loop. So that's going to run parallel to the first loop. When I step on this, it's going to open up, and then I'm going to play my drum part. I'm going to start that over. pause that right there. So that's a good, what would you call that? I'm not going to make that the chorus. I'm going to make that the verse, right? So that's how the song opens, but we need a chorus. So I want something that sounds a little bit different, something maybe with a little bit of a breakdown, since we only have one chord. So I'm going to come back to the guitar. And if I'm sniffing a lot, I'm sorry. I'm sick. I was with my visiting my family. My niece was just wanted to be on me all the time, and she just coughed all over me, and she was sick herself. So adorable though. But yeah, now I'm sick. But anyway, we still only have these notes. So let's find a cool effect. That's a nice one. So I'm thinking something like an arpeggio here. Yeah, that sounds good. So we're going to set this up in its own loop. Now, normally I'll be playing this while everything else is going, just so it's a coherent piece. But I'm going to set this up by itself because this is more of an explainer video. Yeah, that's nice. Now we still haven't touched the keyboard. So let's go ahead and move over to the keyboard. Alright, so I still only have the same notes. Those are my 6 notes. And I think maybe just going up. Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds good. So that will be the breakdown / chorus of the song. So now we have 3 parts. And now that we have that going, I can also put a lead part on there. Lead part is going to be tricky because I only have those 6 notes. So soloing is going to be a little more difficult than usual. So again, that's all I've got. So I got to come up with something interesting using only those. And since I got so much on the low end too with the bass, I'm going to just focus on these 3 notes. And a good exercise for improv playing is to actually limit yourself as much as possible, like taking 3 notes and just trying to find the most interesting way to play those 3 notes. Arpeggio is a really, really easy way to find something interesting, but let's try something. I like that. That's interesting enough. So let's put it all together. So I hope you enjoyed. That is a song with only one single chord. Now, the more time you put into it, the more interesting things you can come up with. So I would never keep it on a first draft, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to keep it on the first draft. The first thing that I came up with for each sound. Obviously, if you're developing a song, you have all the time in the world. So definitely recommend going back to the song and just trying different things. I like songs that evolve and you can just find new and interesting ways to play the same thing over and over again. It's almost like doing a cover of your own song. But yeah, a great way to learn. And I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next ones. If you have any ideas, any challenge ideas, or any questions you want to ask me, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I love you. Have a great day.